Thank you for an amazing rescue. This owl was found trapped in manure. His feathers were completely covered, but luckily he was discovered in time. The owl was brought to a wildlife rescue and was quickly both examined and bathed. He was then released back into the wild again. Before, after.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/ss.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/ss.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
Năm 2019, chính quyền Trung Quốc đã cho thổi bay phần đầu của tượng Phật Quan Âm cao gần 60 mét. Công trình trị giá gần 60 tỷ đồng được tạo tác trên vách núi. Sau đó, lo ngại người dân phục dựng, chính quyền đã tiếp tục cho nổ tung toàn bộ bức tượng.
The Retributions of Insulting the Almighty and Desecrating Sacred Symbols, Part 3 of 3. Please continue watching to find out more.
We show our love for God when we decline the urge to have the cow killed just to satisfy our desire to eat his flesh. Don Gwilym, vegan.
Aloha, blessed viewers. E como mai is how the Hawaiian Islanders say welcome in their local language. My name is Rod. Hawaii, with its captivating natural beauty and pleasant year-round climate, is the perfect destination for those who love immersing themselves in nature. The hospitable Hawaiian people wish your days filled with peace and harmony in God's merciful protection.
Two prairie dog people get into mischief in new home.
How are you? In the morning, they're just so happy to see us. They yahoo all the time. It's a sign of greeting. Pablo and Pedro, they are literally the most affectionate animal I've ever seen. It's not enough to just be laying next to you. They have to be on you. We call them the productivity suckers. I couldn't get anything done. If you stop petting, they'll look at you like, what are you doing? They are so sweet. They won't leave you alone.
Welcome to the concluding episode of our three-part series, The Retributions of Insulting the Almighty and Desecrating Sacred Symbols. In the previous episode, we learned about the widespread destruction of temples and Buddha statues during the Cultural Revolution in China from 1966 to 1976. These acts of desecration not only damaged cultural heritage and harmed the spirituality of the nation, but also led those involved to face swift and severe consequences. In 1969, the Beijing Military District targeted the Wulang Temple and the Diamond Cave on Mount Wutai to build a villa for Lin Biao, a prominent military leader, due to the area's exceptional feng shui. As a result, nearly all the Buddha statues, architecture, and cultural relics were destroyed.
Trong quá trình phát nổ, trên trời đột nhiên kéo đến những đám mây kỳ lạ. Một nhiếp ảnh gia đã ngay lập tức dùng ống kính lưu lại hiện tượng đặc biệt này. Bức ảnh đáng quý hiện ra rất rõ ràng. Hình tượng của Văn Thù Bồ Tát hiện nay được thờ phụng trong chùa Tượng Thụ.
In reality, the site which was destroyed to build a villa for Lin Biao was visited by his family only once, despite the thousands of cultural and historical relics that were lost. It is believed that this is connected to his earlier destruction of Mount Wutai and its temples. Such acts of desecration are thought to have led to retribution, resulting in him facing consequences for the damage he caused.
Tại sao ông ta có thể bất chấp tất cả để xây biệt thự riêng cho mình, nhưng lại chỉ ở đó có một lần? Bởi sau khi xây dựng xong tòa biệt thự đó, ông ta mắc một căn bệnh kỳ quái, sợ lạnh, sợ nóng, đau nhức mỏi vai, mất ngủ, suốt ngày không sao an tĩnh được, đến tối lại còn khủng khiếp hơn. Đi bệnh viện thì không tra ra bệnh, như kiểu vong linh ở cõi âm muốn đến đòi mạng. Cuối cùng, trong cuộc tranh giành quyền lực, kế hoạch mưu sát Mao Trạch Đông bị bại lộ. Năm 1971, Lâm Bửu cùng vợ và con trai, trong lúc lên máy bay bỏ trốn thì đã thiệt mạng vì sự cố rơi máy bay ở Mông Cổ.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
No one could have anticipated that the actions of the past would continue to cast a dark shadow over the present, as acts of blasphemy still occur today. In July 2016, the Beijing authorities deployed the military to demolish the Laoranga Buddhist Academy, a sacred site and one of the largest centers for Tibetan Buddhist studies in the world. This destruction inflicted a profound loss on the Buddhist community and the traditional culture of the region.
Có hơn 3.200 phòng xá ở Học viện Phật giáo La Runga đã bị phá hoại. Các nhà sư, tăng ni bị cưỡng chế viết giấy tự nguyện rời bỏ tu luyện, bị cưỡng ép phải hoàn tục, kết hôn, bị buộc phải đi ngược lại với giới luật và niềm tin của mình, thậm chí bị tra tấn, bỏ tù.
In 2017, the Chinese government continued to enforce strict policies controlling the religious and cultural activities of Muslim communities in Xinjiang. This control severely impacted Islamic holy sites in the region. Notable examples include the destruction of the Huanhu Mosque and the Tianshan Mosque in Urumqi, which resulted in profound cultural and religious losses for the Muslim communities in China. The dripping water Guanyin statue at Wulang Temple in Hebei, China, carved into a cliffside, symbolized compassion and salvation and played a crucial role in preserving and promoting spiritual and religious values. However, in 2019, Its destruction sparked outrage and discontent among religious communities and heritage conservationists who viewed this act as a severe insult to cultural and religious heritage.
Năm 2019, chính quyền Trung Quốc đã cho thổi bay phần đầu của tượng Phật Quan Âm cao gần 60 mét, công trình trị giá gần 60 tỷ đồng được tạo tác trên vách núi. Sau đó, lo ngại người dân phục dựng, chính quyền đã tiếp tục cho nổ tung toàn bộ bức tượng.
Around the same time, the majestic Shui great Buddha statue in Guiyang, Guizhou was subjected to desecration. A local authority group covered the statue's eyes, nose, ears, mouth, and cheeks with cement under the pretext of strengthening the structure, but in reality, they flattened the Buddha's face. These relentless acts of religious destruction, which have sparked widespread outrage, cannot be overlooked without considering their repercussions. Natural disasters have continuously struck not only during the Cultural Revolution, but also in the years that followed, and they persist today. The frequency of natural disasters in China has been increasing rapidly. Over the last few decades, the country has experienced almost all major hazards, including earthquakes, typhoons, floods, droughts and sandstorms, storm surges, landslides, debris flows, hailstorms, cold waves, heat waves, pest and rodent diseases, forest and grassland fires, and red tides. These events have caused severe damage to vehicles, homes, crops, and resulted in heartbreaking losses of human lives. Could the consequences of demolishing Buddha statues and sacred symbols be the reason behind heaven and earth's wrath?
Save the children. Give them vegan.
Kind viewers, we will take a break. When we return, we'll delve into the cases of repercussions in Afghanistan. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Lovely piglets that will make your day beautiful.
Welcome back to our show, The Retributions of Insulting the Almighty and Desecrating Sacred Symbols, Part 3 of 3. "2,000 years ago, Afghanistan was a significant center of Buddhism, especially in the Bamiyan Valley, a prosperous and thriving area along the legendary Silk Road. In the early 6th century, the tragic destruction of the Buddha statues took place. shocking the entire world. This ignorant act of desecration against the divine opened the door to mysterious and profound tales of retribution, leaving a haunting mark on human history. In 2001, 2 colossal Buddha statues were destroyed. The largest statue, approximately 53 meters high, represented Shakyamuni Buddha and was one of the tallest standing Buddha statues in the world. The remaining statue, standing at 35 meters, is believed by many scholars to represent Vairochana Buddha. Both statues were carved into the niches of a rock face.
Ngày 14 tháng 3 năm 2001, phiến quân Hồi giáo ép các tù nhân ôm những khối bom cài lên tượng Phật. Các chỉ huy cho thực hiện dùng tên lửa phòng không vác vai, nã hết vào phía trên của tượng Phật. Tuy nhiên, bức tượng đã chứng tỏ một điều rằng rất khó để có thể phá hủy trước sự ngu muội của những kẻ cực đoan. Dù bề mặt bị hư hại nặng nề, nhưng 2 tượng Phật vẫn trong tư thế đứng nguyên vẹn. Vì vậy, với quyết tâm hủy hoại đến cùng, những chiến binh Hồi giáo đã cài nhiều khối thuốc nổ ở dưới đế chân Phật nhằm làm sập bức tượng từ dưới đáy. Thêm vào đó, họ còn cài thuốc nổ vào các lỗ trên thân bức tượng nhằm đẩy bật bức tượng ra khỏi vách đá. Sau đó, các chiến binh đu mình trên vách núi để đặt mìn vào các lỗ hổng trên thân tượng. Cuối cùng, một tên lửa được sử dụng để phá hủy hoàn toàn phần đầu tượng.
In their blindness and selfishness, the militants destroyed these priceless cultural masterpieces, leaving humanity with pain and helplessness as the complex political machinations of Afghanistan took a toll on the world's sacred heritage.
Meat not just burns your world, it burns your inner organs. Save your life. Be vegan, man.
Nine months after the destruction of the 2 colossal Buddha statues, the militant group, which had controlled up to 90% of Afghanistan, rapidly collapsed within a month under the assault of the US-led coalition in the global war on terror. Many believe that this downfall was a direct consequence, a form of divine retribution for their sacrilege in destroying these sacred cultural heritage sites. On July 5, 2008, Supreme Master Qinghai, vegan, compassionately shared methods to prevent natural disasters and overcome calamities.
Be vegan and helping each other. That's all we need to do. And the planet disaster will cease to exist and cease to zero. All the disasters, including natural disaster, are man-made. Man-made in a sense that it is produced out of the negative energy that we have generated for centuries or millions of years. As we sow, so shall we reap. If you do some bad thing, the bad consequence will return to us sooner or later. Very simple. Be a vegan. Be loving and kind. Be forgiving. And if possible at all, be a bearer of light. Meaning, be enlightened. That should be absolutely enough. to safeguard your life on earth and to safeguard a place in heaven.
Thank you, most beloved Master, for your enlightening and compassionate message. We hope that everyone will embrace a loving vegan lifestyle and practice kindness to foster a more harmonious world and safeguard our future.
Vegan, the true embodiment of Confucianism.
Peaceful viewers, thank you for joining us on today's show, The Retributions of Insulting the Almighty and Desecrating Sacred Symbols, Part 3 of 3. Up next is Blessings, Master Meets with Disciples, Compilation 1, Part 3 of 8, on Between Master and Disciples. May humanity uphold their faith and live by moral principles to build a world filled with love and compassion in God's eternal blessing.
Being vegan, having peace, having Godspeed.